Yes, sir. Now, today, we're going to talk about Bam Adabio and Kobe Bryant. Now, on March 10th, Bam Adabio scored 83 points to surpass Kobe Bryant's 81. And we're going to break down how the NBA used Bam Adabio, right, in this humiliation ritual towards Kobe, right? We're going to explain today how the NBA used Bam Adabio to slight Kobe one more time. First off, with Bam scoring 83, and isn't it funny that his name is Bam? Right, that's his nickname. Bam, Bam. So now when you look at the scoring, you look at the order, it's Wilt, Bam, Kobe. You know, I'm not even being funny, but you know these people play with words and they play with numbers. So it's very funny how Bam, Bam surpassed Kobe, right? Like when the helicopter crashed, Bam. This is what they're reenacting, right? Because Bam scored 83 points. When murder, right, equals 83 in this same cipher, right? Murder equals 83 in the English language backwards, right? Kobe B. Bryant equals 83 in Miami Heat, the team that Bam belonged to, right? The Heat, Flames, right? Like when the helicopter bursts into flames. So that's why they use Bam, Bam. So murder by numbers, man. It's even a movie about this. Murder. You can clearly see the number 8 and the number 3. Even in reverse, 3 and the number 8. Just like murder. Even the person that they used for this movie. It's all strategic. Everything that they do in media, politics, sports, it's all connected by numerology. So that's why the star of the movie, Sandra Bullock, equals 83 as well in this movie, Murder by Numbers. Then Bam moves on to score 83 to pass up Kobe. Let's talk about it, man. Because they even went against the Wizards. That also equals 83, right? So that's who they murdered that game. Kobe was the Wizard. Right? Because even looking at when he scored that 83rd point, look at the score. Look at the score that the Washington Wizards have. The Wizards had 126 points when Bam scored that 83. That's the day Kobe died, January 26, right? And then the Miami Heat have 149 points. Bam scored that 149th point from the free throw line. When RIP equals 149, Skull and Bones equals 149. Skull and Bones is the brotherhood of death. So that's why they used Bam, who wears number 13, for this ritual, for this death ritual. That's why they used Bam, number 13. When death is the 13th tarot card. So they used him to reenact this death ritual. Let's just watch. Watch as you see he has 82 currently. He's taking his last free throw just like how Kobe scored his 81. When he scored his 81st point from the free throw line, Bam does the same thing, right? He even scored his 81st point from the line. Then he scores his 83rd point from the line. But I want you to pay attention to how he currently has 82. The score is 149 to 126. Bam scores the 83rd point, right? So see how it updates to 83, right? Did you seen how the points for Bam moved to 83, but the score is still 149. It's supposed to be 150. It's supposed to be 150. He just scored the 83rd point. But peep how the score stays on that. They take a timeout and the score stays like that. Just because they want you to see that this is a Skull and Bones ritual. So they let the score sit on that. even though it's supposed to been moved to 150. They take a timeout, celebrate. They still showing you the score 83. They want you to see that Bam scored 83, and they still got 149 to 126. And that's how this clip ends. That's how this clip ends, man. Even when he scored his 81st point, the score moved real quick on that. But here's why. And then they take a timeout strategically at 1 minute and 35 seconds. Right? Let's break it down then. When Bam scored his 81st point to tie Kobe, here's what they reenacted. That was the 148th point that Bam scored when he scored his 81st point. He scored the 148th point for the Miami Heat. RIP equals 148. It's 1 minute and 35 seconds left. Kobe Bean Bryant equals 135. These letters, when you add these letters up, you take the letters in Kobe Bean Bryant, and it equals up to the same time that they took this time out. The same Kobe Bean Bryant equals 81. That was the points that he scored. That was the record that he just passed, was this 81 point record, right? Kobe Bean Bryant equals 81. So they take the time out with 1 minute and 35 seconds to signify the death ritual, right? Blood sacrifice. The Wizards got 121, like blood sacrifice, right? So they're reenacting the death of Kobe Bryant, right? Rather fictional or non-fictional. They're reenacting it in front of the world, and that's why they let Bam do it. That's why Bam was the one to do it, because he has the numerology for this ritual. But come on, man. Because just looking at his bio, everything that they doing, everything. You see the number 4 and the 13 in his bio. Those are both numbers for death, right? In Chinese culture, the number 4 is considered highly unlucky because it sounds similar to the word for death. So in China, people skip the 4th floor in buildings. They don't use it. They try their best to avoid it in phone numbers and addresses. The same way that in Western culture, the number 13, Friday the 13th, that's looked at as an unlucky number as well. Even 1 + 3 = 4. And then this is also a Kobe parallel because this was the date of his last game of his career. April 13th, 2 numbers for death. They was marking Kobe for death the whole way through. Even from the very beginning. Unscramble these numbers. Unscramble these 2 numbers right here. Unscramble these numbers right here, and you get also 143. Kobe Bryant wore the number 143 during the Adidas ABCD count. Look at how they put it right in front of your face. They telling you what this is about. It's about the letters ABCD 1, 2, 3. Kobe Bryant wore the number 143. They've been marking him for death, right? Because RIP equals 143 in the reverse satanic cipher, and that breaks down to 8. 1 + 4 + 3, that breaks down to 8. And this is when he was a kid, man, for high school stars. The ABCD count. This whole time, man. They've been doing this whole time. This is what they've been cooking up this whole time. They've been scripting this out this whole time. And this is why they use Bam to humiliate Kobe. Right? Once more. Because Bam Adabio's birthday is July 18th. Bam Adabio's birthday is July 18th, which is the same day that Kobe Bryant was accused for sexual assault. That's the day that he was charged, on July 18th. On Bam Adabio's 6th birthday. On his 6th birthday. So that, once again, this is why they use this vessel. to be the one to surpass Kobe on the second most scored in a single NBA game against the Wizards. Kobe was the Wizard. But come on, right? It's symbolic. I know he never played for the Wizards. It's symbolic, and we're going to get to it in a second. Don't even trip on that. Right? Brotherhood of Death, Society of Jesus. These are the entities that are running the entertainment industry. So you have to go through them. If you want to make it big, you want to be a superstar, you have to go through these type of rituals. And these are the groups that these rituals are going to tribute. These different societies, these different groups. You heard about dudes speaking about Kobe being a part of the Black Boule, right? LeBron James being a part of the Black Boule. You see that tattoo on his chest. But come on, man, because this gets very deep. This is why Bam scored once again 83 points. Because once again, tributing the Brotherhood of Death and the Society of Jesus. So that's why they use this player with the same birthday, with the same date attached to him, to credit the Brotherhood of Death and the Society of Jesus for this ritual. So he scored 83. Right? It was also 235 days after, once again, the anniversary of Kobe being charged for sexual assault. That's when his record gets broken. 235 days also after Bam Adabio's birthday as well. Both of these dates, 235, the Society of Jesus equals 235. Even if we look at Kobe Bryant's death day, January 26, 2020, Bam Adabio broke Kobe's record 2,235 days later. Once again, the Society of Jesus, 235. Bam Adabio. Oh yeah, we just talked about that. Oh, 2,235 days. Then we got, this is Kobe's birthday, right? August 23rd. Kobe's birthday is August 23rd. This Kobe's record was broken 23 weeks and 5 days before his birthday. And Kobe was born on the 235th day of the year. This is a Jesuit ritual, man. This is a Jesuit ritual. And what day is Kobe's memorial? His death memorial is 2/24. For Gianna's, Gianna, his daughter, wore the number 2. Kobe wore 24. So that's their memorial. It's 2/24, just like the Society of Jesus. And what that break down to? 8 once again, just like the number Kobe wore, number 8. This was humiliation for Kobe. This was Kobe's humiliation ritual because Kobe's scoring record was also passed 166 days before his birthday. Just like humiliation equals 166. And guess what? Bam Adabio's birthday, the person that was used to pass Kobe, guess what? His birthday lands on the 166th day of the year. Or excuse me, July 18th leaves 166 days left. So also the same day that Kobe's trial, the day he got charged, was also that same day, right? That leaves 166 days left. Humiliation, man. These are humiliation rituals for Kobe. These are humiliation rituals for Kobe. Let's look at LeBron James' record against Kobe Bryant all time, and that record will never change. That record will never change. LeBron James record versus Kobe Bryant. LeBron James record versus Kobe Bryant. 16-6. There go that 166 again. That was also humiliation for Kobe. There is something about Kobe. It's something about Kobe that They utilize a lot, but it doesn't seem that they want to honor his legacy as he's gone or wherever he's at. Wherever he's at, it's something about him. It's something about him that they want to scrub him. They want to scrub him from the book. So when we look back 20, 30, 40 years later, when these people, the kids that's born 40 years from now, and all you got is stats to look at. You wasn't there to see, you wasn't there to witness it. So now you're going to have an obscure reality just looking at these numbers. But then we see how they're manufactured. We see how these rituals are manufactured. 43 free throw attempts, right? 43 free throw attempts that Bam Adabio had. Kobe B. Bryant, 43. It took him 43 attempts to get to that 83. To get to the 83. It took him 43 free throw attempts and 43 field goal attempts to get to that 83. Come on, man. It's right in front of your eyes, man. They scripting it right in front of your eyes. So if we take the day that Kobe scored 81 points, right? The day that he scored 81 points, January 22nd, 2006. Kobe's record was broken on the 20th year and the 48th day. There goes the number 24 and the number 8. There goes the number 24 and the number 8. Human sacrifice, 248. 130. Kobe was born on the 130th day, or excuse me, on a day leaving 130 days left. That's the day Kobe was born, August 23rd. That leaves 130 days left. Bam, 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 bam. 130. That's why he was used. That's why he was used. That's why they used Bam Bam. The team Kobe scored 81 against, the Raptors, 130. Isn't that a plane? Isn't that a helicopter? I know that's not the same helicopter. It's not the same helicopter Kobe was in, but an AC-130, that's a helicopter. Bam, bam. But come on, man. Come on. It's the human sacrifice, man. Look at the span of Kobe's life. The day that Kobe was born, August 23rd, 1978, to the day that his record is broken, is on the 2,481st week. Not a day more, not a day less. The number 24, and there goes the 81, where his 81-point record is broken. Down to the T, man. Down to the T, man. Then you got 47 years, 6 months, and 16 days. Right? So you got that 166 again. You got the 166 again. Right? Then you even got 616. Like ritual sacrifice. Right? In Latin. Ritual sacrifice, 616. The anagram, 166. Humiliation. This was Kobe's humiliation, man. This is just another thing they want to add. So when you look back, so now some people gonna think that Bam was actually colder. $130 days. 130 days before Bam Adabio's birthday and the anniversary of Kobe catching that case is when his record gets broken. 130. 130 days before Bam. Oh, so look, that's even the 131st day. Boom, humiliation. Bam, bam. Humiliation. This is humiliation, man. And that's why they use Bam to do it. That's why they use Bam Bam. Wham Bam. Wham Bam, thank you, ma'am. So, then we got the 112. You know, when these Kobe numbers come around in the league, you know, expect Kobe rituals. That's all, especially in this league where not a lot of defense is being played. So it's 110 point games, 113 point games, 120, 135 point games. You're going to see those Kobe numbers a lot in these results, in these outcomes of these games. You're going to see 117. You're going to see 117 like Kobe being Bryant, 117. Then the King scored 109. Then the King scored 109. That's Michael Jeffrey Jordan. 109. You're going to see these scores, man. Just look at these scores, man. They're going to 117 again. Right? 122. 122. That was the day that Kobe scored 81 points on January 22nd. The Lakers even scored 122 points against the Raptors. Against the Raptor, 122. That's the day Kobe scored 81 points on January 22nd against the Raptor. Then the Lakers even scored 122 points. Everything that's going on, man. Everything. So there we go. We got the 112, like the Brotherhood of Death. Then we got the 113. This is on the 6th year, 1st month, and 13th day of Kobe's death that his record gets broken. Then we got the 223. We got the 223 like skull and crossbones. We got the 223 like skull and crossbones. Then we got the 6th year, 1st month, and 13th day, like Kobe Bryant, 113. LA Lakers, 113. More importantly, what's dude? Or even his whole name equal 130. Femi Adebayo equals 130. And he passed Kobe's scoring record 130 days before his birthday. And Kobe was born with 130 days left in the year. Bam Adabio, 113. Just like Kobe Bryant. So this, once again, that's why they use Bam. The National Basketball Association, 113. Kobe Bryant, 113. The number for dishonesty, 113. The number for dishonesty. That's why they did this, man. That's why they did this. The number for dishonesty equals 113, but it also equals, guess what? It also equals 130. It also equals 130. So that's why, and then y'all wonder why it rubs y'all the wrong way. This is why it rubs y'all the wrong way. Because y'all know it in y'all heart. Y'all know in y'all soul that it's bullshit, what y'all just witnessed. Even watch that whole game. And you see what they did was bullshit. And they know it. That's why they scripted it this way. They know how it's going to feel to you. They know how it's going to seem to you. That's why they did it. But that's all we got for this video, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments, man. Appreciate y'all for all the love. Appreciate y'all for all the support. And I'm out.